You're going to have a lot of me going, phew.
You. New summer. Oh my God, the rain started. Yay!
Is that good?
We only get like maybe 20 days of rain out of the year. So yeah, that's good.
Well, that's always good to have more rain then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like you need the rain.
Yeah, we desperately do.
Oh, we're live. And City's
We're
already on.
live.
Hi,
Woo!
City.
Hey, City.
Oh, my gosh. So we're live. Mother's Geeks. 33.
It's 33. So that is, if I get all numerological, that is called the Christ consciousness number. And it is the master number related to number 6.
So, like, kind of like we're 6'2"?
Nah. Just 33. 33 is a really good number. It's like it's kind of like when your mind sphere is turned up to 6.
Yeah. Which is never happening.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
Ever.
But you know, it's up there. It's up there.
I need the mind powers to tell me it's not freaking ridiculously hot right now in my house.
Or life to kind of control your own body temperature to help you handle it. Or forces. You need forces.
To create wind?
To cool it. Yeah.
Say we got this. We got
Cool
this.
it down. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got it. So today, whatever time it is for you, I don't know.
It's day. It's like 4. Or it's like 5:15. It's evening.
I'm 8:15. It sucks to be this late in my life. Oh. But we're talking about summer traditions, and I'm dying of heat. So if you hear me go, phew, it's because my air conditioner's not working in my attic, and it's very hot. So I'm dying, and you have rain. So.
And it's beautiful and gloomy out, and it's the monsoon, and I'm sitting here in my study with a blanket on my lap because I'm cold. I'm sorry. Don't kill me.
Glaring.
If Cass suddenly takes a bullet for no reason, we know why.
Silver one. Just saying.
Nah.
Just saying.
I don't know.
Just saying. So, tell me, how have you geeked this week?
Well, I'm gonna do one of them is the last 2 weeks because that happened since we last recorded.
See, we did.
We did. So one of the shows, the other show I host is the AIE podcast, which is the gaming community I've been involved in for many years, and we just had our 300th episode.
Yay!
So I stepped in as a host on episode 201. So I've been doing it for
wow.
So I've been doing it for almost 100 episodes. It'll be 100
That's
episodes
awesome.
On Sunday.
That's awesome.
So I had the pleasure of kind of writing a majority of the show, and trying to get like interviews and stuff arranged and guests arranged, because we had interviews with 2 of the former hosts, and then we had one of the former hosts on the show as a guest host, and then one of our community bigwigs on the show as well. So that was a lot of stress, but a really good. But
that's awesome, though.
I was happy once it was done.
I know you were like, I'm done. Finally, I'm better now.
Oh yeah, no, I was in such a bad mood and grumpy about it.
We're allowed to be grumpy.
Unfortunately, due to real life commitments, we have not been gaming much. But to supplement it, I organize shit. We know this.
Organization.
So I went through my both of my characters' Rule the Darkness sheets.
Oh, did you?
Both of them, correct. So with Cass, I basically took who's my werewolf. I took all of her gifts and rights and copied them. Since I haven't had the book open, I actually put them on a piece of paper. Copied them from the book on the paper. So I have them easily available, easily accessible, instead of like, okay, what page do I go again?
Right.
And then the same thing with Honey. I took all the source books that we had available that would have had what you can do with the spheres and planned, okay, here's what she has, here's what I can do with each of those in different combinations. So kind of almost like made a spell book.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't mean you can't do anything else on the fly, but...
Exactly, but this is like stuff that, all right, I know if I want to, if I need to do something, I know this is a way to do it.
Right, exactly. So that always works. That's always nice to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Especially with Mage, because it's hard.
It is, and I think, like our friend Al, he kind of streamlined his character in a good way for him to kind of get used to the system, where he only took 2 spheres.
Mm-hmm.
So, so it's pretty straightforward, where I'm at 4 spheres. I'm starting out, so I'm kind of learning how to manipulate those.
It's not even just knowing them, manipulate them. It's like getting the right combinations, right?
Exactly. And we've even have thought up some stuff that isn't written.
Mm-hmm.
And those were like, okay, well, this makes sense to be able to do it this way.
Right.
And then doing it so, like Foresight, normally you don't have that on yourself unless you have, like, life.
Right.
Time in life. But I'm like, well, it makes sense as a mage if she has time in mind that she'd be able to see what, if she experienced something, she'd be able to see in the future.
Right.
So we gave her that, but we kind of wrote it in a way that it's not something you can do on the fly easily. So it's not abusing the power.
It's rotating the power. Rotating.
Exactly.
Verb.
So exactly. So there has to be, okay, I have to be able to prepare. I have to be able to, it's not something I can say, okay, I need to know what's going to happen in 5 minutes.
Right.
It's, all right, I need to focus on what's going to happen in the next few hours. I need about 15 minutes to work on this route.
Right, exactly. That's always a nice way to do it that way.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I've been geeking over these past 2 weeks. What about you? How I've been geeking. Wow, I can't read my own damn notes.
How you have been geeking. So... I was just telling City in the chat too. So we didn't have D&D Friday, but we're having it Saturday because we're kind of on a WOD break.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, G/Remy, whatever you want to call him, and I are working our WOD stuff together. So our worlds are going to kind of interconnect with his mage and my werewolf stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But his mage is 10 years in the past. Right. So we have stuff to play with. We have storylines built up. We have fantastic ideas that need to be fine-tuned, honed.
Right.
What's the word I'm kind of thinking of? Kind of like Mage Wolf. Yes, City.
Yeah, they need to be integrated. They need to be woven together.
Right. And they're going to be much more woven together soon. And I know something that's going to happen in game. I know from a player something that's going to happen. And I really need to plan for it only for the sheer fact that it's going to be changing everything. So
is that with Shifter?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I have to kind of take what I have. I need to write it down. I need to map it out and actually be able to see everything like from this level before we can play at this level, right? So before we can actually play it, I need to sit down and map it out. And because Mage and Werewolf are going to be so like this, even there's a 10-year difference, things are going to happen. They're going to bleed over on each other. And actually one of these things is going to bleed into one game. So we have to kind of map it out together.
Well, and I do know just from a side, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but I do know I have a hint of something just because something that I was told to do with my mage.
Right.
So I know there's I've got a little hint. I'm like, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm like, because you were involved in the conversation as well. I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
I'm involved in many conversations. So,
I know you are.
And it's interesting because Matt and I are storytellers for it, but we're also players in different aspects. So we might ruin some big things because we have to for each other, but we've been really good about, keeping some extra neat stuff to set aside or doing some special things for each other in the game. Right. So it's been nice. And then we have D&D just to, be players in.
Yeah.
So we have to sit down and do like the 30,000 foot view before WOD can continue.
And it's one of those things that you can't get help from anyone besides each other.
Right.
Because
it's going to ruin everything.
Exactly.
Like Drew's absolutely no idea what's happening. And it's kind of nice that way. All of it's been in either link messages or Facebook messages. We had to really just kind of tone it down and get it all written down. Like we have fantastic ideas, but We just need to get them all like in one area. Right. So we've been working on that, and like I
Google
said,
Docs.
I know we're going to, but it just can't continue until I have that, because I know what's going to happen. I know what a player is going to do, and I know what I want to do, but I need to have. I don't want the game to be 10 minutes for me to be like, I need to stop from here. I don't have everything worked out yet. So Drew's said he'll take over for me for the next couple Saturdays.
Great.
Yeah, he's going to take over this Saturday. We're not around next weekend, so there's no game next weekend that's shown. Mage is happening, but we don't show that one then.
Yeah, that one's not ready for prime time yet.
Mm-hmm. And then the Saturday after that is going to be D&D again. Right. And then maybe the Saturday after that. So we're doing a lot of D&D. Yeah.
We are, which is great because we went so long. The first half of the year we had like no D&D.
Right. And it gives me time to actually work everything out. And it's not. I've never taken a storyteller break. Like, there's been times we've had no game, blah blah blah, whatever. But I've never taken like I need time to write this out break. Mm-hmm. And I think it's due to the fact that we're combining them that things have really changed. And
but I love the idea of the integrated gaming. Mm-hmm. And I know like as a player perspective, it's really interesting because we're like I know in Werewolf, well, something happened 10 years ago.
Right.
Well, guess what? Mage is in that spot.
Right.
I know from a conversation like with Remy that 10 years ago he started having visions.
Right. It's all going to start.
Oh, it's fascinating, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
And it's going to be fun, right? Hopefully.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really exciting. I think it's something that, honestly, and I think one of the reasons why I'm trying to document a lot of the stuff that we're doing, I really think it's one of those things that in a few years we could sit down and actually write this out as books. Mm-hmm. Because we really have very fascinating, interesting characters, and I don't think it'd be very hard to divorce it from the World of Darkness aspect.
Right. It's
just
not.
Kind of put our own spin on it, because very much it's your guys' own spin on it. It's not the World of Darkness story, the big storyline. It's try and match creation. Right,
and it's I think, and right here I'm going to hit on the fact that. For anybody who has ever tweeted at us or knows me, I did read the WAD Reveal article about the Nazism and all that being marketed to neo-Nazis with their Vampire 5th edition. I would love to do a show on that with people that actually want to talk about it. But the article's been taken down. I have copied the entire article into Google Docs.
I think that'd be a good one to do like Geek Speak on or something.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Definitely, I definitely don't think that it's, and I have so little experience, so that's why I really didn't weigh into the conversation. I more weighed onto, all right, someone's in a mood. It's like the friggin' fanboys with Star Wars. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, and I went down a big tunnel with it, with like Reddit and all that. I've started reading everything.
And you researched it, and you started following those links.
It was making me mad. I was getting angry and fired up last night. It's probably why I had a headache all day today. That 90-degree attic that I'm sitting in to work and do these things.
Yeah.
So, but yes, I have read it. I have thoughts. If you want to read the article, let me know. I will give you a copy of it because I copied all of it into Google Docs because I'm a rebel and I had it opened on my phone before they deleted the article. So.
Right. And yeah, we can go. And there's a lot of things involved in that. I really think it was somebody perhaps with an axe to grind from what I could gather.
Yeah.
And just kind of went off.
Yeah. But we're not going to stop playing World of Darkness because of it. So just people they're boycotting White Wolf.
Really?
We're not. Sorry.
Yeah, that's weird.
We're not.
I don't know.
We're not. So if you want to know, just ask me. I'll send you the article. But
yes.
So what have you geeked over?
All right. Well, kind of find some fun podcasts to listen to. Getting more into Star Talk Radio, and that's, I think this year I've been trying to learn a lot more about science and all that, so I've been enjoying that in the background. Mm-hmm. Aaron Mahnke also has a new short podcast out called The Cabinet of Curiosities.
Okay.
It's like a little 8-minute podcast. You just take something weird, like a weird object from history.
I'm adding them to my phone.
Yeah.
While you talk.
Also movies. We saw Won't You Be My Neighbor a few weeks ago, which I loved, which is about Mr. Rogers.
Did you cry?
I cried a lot. And there was a lot of it that I didn't realize, because I watched it as a kid, how kind of just like, where he would do things like, okay, we're going to talk about assassination after Bobby Kennedy was assassinated. Like, I'm sad. I heard this word. What does it mean? Like, holy crap, that's amazing. And very much bringing things at kids level. And I also didn't know that it started out in your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
That was fascinating. I had no idea.
Maybe we could figure out I think there's a museum or something here.
I'm sure.
You can visit it when you're here.
I can. So yeah, I know I cried like a little girl.
That's adorable.
And the other thing we saw Ant-Man. I know, right?
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but stay for the first stinger. The second stinger, not as important. But that first stinger, I honestly think that is going to be how they deal with Infinity Wars.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Also, they actually had to make Michelle Pfeiffer look her age.
She doesn't even look her age still.
I know.
For the love of God, that woman.
She's perfection. She's a friggin' elf.
Yes.
Yeah, they had to use makeup and movie magic to make Michelle Pfeiffer look like a
60-year-old woman.
Look. Yeah, exactly. Instead of Aphrodite. So that was really cool. Yeah, I was kind of geeking out over that. I'm like, wow, they made Michelle Pfeiffer, look like a 60-year-old woman who's still a 9.5, on a scale from 1 to 10.
Her gear was fantastic. I was like, I want you. I want your gear.
Oh, yeah.
I want everything about you.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it, really loved it. The Hope version of Wasp kicked butt. Ghost kicked butt. I loved seeing Burn in the Marvel Universe.
Oh, yeah.
And it's one of the things that even though it's called Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think it's a very female-centric film.
It is. It was really cute, too. Like how they did it. It wasn't like over in your face, kind of.
Yeah. But one of your primary characters was female. Mm-hmm. Your primary villain was female. His daughter had a huge part in it, and she was absolutely adorable.
Oh, she's so cute, isn't she?
She's so cool. Yeah, I love that character. Also, I love Michael Peña's character. He was very valuable.
Yeah, surprisingly, actually, right?
Yeah. So I liked everything about it.
Oh, I did too.
I really did. It was a blast.
Commander Ruth, thanks for the follow. I don't know why it's not popping up, but welcome. It's probably because I'm hot and my alerts aren't popping up because I'm dying of heat and it's picking up on my meanness. I'm just saying, I get angry when I'm hot. That's why I don't live in Texas anymore.
I forgot that you guys lived in Texas.
I was born there.
Hell.
I was born there.
Awful.
It was awful. I walked out the car. I walked into the car and it was 130 degrees and I was like.
Because unlike here, you have humidity as well.
Yes. Yeah. What the hell's up with that?
I don't know.
Who invented humidity? Knock it off. But I really did love Ant-Man and Wasp. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see When to Be My Neighbor. Not in the theaters.
I bought like an idiot.
That's okay though.
But I'm the sensitive one.
Yeah. That's okay. I have a heart of evil.
Oh, you do not, Adi.
I'm just kidding.
Save you. I will save you.
So he says, don't turn away from your mic. They can't hear you very well when you do.
Okay. There, eat my mic. So what have you geeked over this week, my love?
I have geeked over. I'm also turning up mine. So I finished a book by Paul Tremblay, who I freaking
love Paul Tremblay. Yeah.
Love him. He wrote Head Full of Ghosts, which is the first book of his I read. Fantastic. And he did In the Meantime, which is a group of short stories, which is also fantastic. I reviewed In the Meantime, and that's like how I really got to know him because he liked my review and tweeted about it and all that kind of stuff, which is super cool. Right. And now he is on my Twitter as my Twitter friend. And very so cool. I read his new book called Cabin at the End of the World. And it might be the best book I've ever read. It is.
Really?
I know. And I've read a lot of books, so this isn't like taken lightly.
Okay, so I think I might have to go order that one.
You go order it. It is so good. It's emotional. It's raw. It's deep, but it's like simplistic in its form. It's a 270 pages. It's not going to take you that long.
Right.
Yes, I Twitter this author friend. In fact, I just tweeted something a little while ago that was on Family Feud that completely shocked me. And he
that they didn't get it.
No, the one. Did you not see the picture I just tweeted or I sent to you?
Oh, that one. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. And he tweeted back at me about it, City. So, yeah, that's Paul Tremblay, and he did because I love him. And the book is so good, and he's a math teacher and just writes too, and you can just tell in his work that he loves what he does.
Yeah,
which is great.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I love him. I've been geeking out over that. I geek out every time he replies to me about anything.
Yeah, totally.
Because I'm like a big old fangirl nerd.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what I've
cool.
been geeking over. And we did see Ant-Man and Wasp. We took the kids. I'm turning you up on mine. We took the kids to see that, which was awesome.
Yeah, that's a good one for the kids.
There you go. See, I found my volume button.
Yay.
It was good, and I liked it because when you watch the post credits, like Logan looked over at me, was like, oh, like he was so exasperated by the whole situation, and he's like 4, right? So he knew what was going on, which is exciting.
Yeah.
To have him like get it and have his opinions on it.
Right.
Then, he thought it was like the kids thought it was fun, but they also got that something bigger was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. And I thought the villain was fantastic. Ghost is a fantastic
really cool.
villain.
Yeah.
I love it. I was like, this is a great villain, and she had purpose, and she, had meaning.
Well, I think Marvel is getting better about that. I think they've kind of realized that for so long their villains were so weak as compared to their heroes, that they've made a conscientious effort to give you a compelling villain with motivation and reason, and not just a throwaway thing for the heroes to fight.
Well, all the Phase 3 villains have been pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, Hela is, of course, one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ghost is right on up there as a favorite. Yeah. I mean, Ant-Man and Wasp, great movie. It's not like my top 5 Marvel, but it's good. It's solid. But, I'd like to see... Oh, you finally saw Ragnarok City?
Oh, good.
Isn't it fantastic? Isn't everything you want it to be? So it was nice to have that another villain to add to the mix of I like this villain. Like, other than Loki, because he's technically a villain in one of them. Other than him, other than Hela, it's nice to have a good, solid villain.
A really well done villain.
And I like villains that have a purpose. I don't like villains for the sake of villains.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Killmonger as well is another one that's been, definitely a different page than the Phase 1 and 2 villain.
This isn't like Iron Man 2 here.
Right. We love Iron Man, but, we will admit, I will say like one of my favorite villains ended up being in, whether it's why I like it so much, in Winter Soldier, was the fact that you had Hydra as a villain, but with the I'm wearing my cap shirt, with the integration of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right.
So that was where you didn't actually have a villain. Well, you did have one.
Right.
You had a villain, but it was the bigger picture villain that I enjoyed.
And I like that too. Yeah, I did like the tension between Stark and Cap in Civil War, and that's that's like one of my top 5.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, I love Civil War.
Civil War's a good flick.
AKA Avengers 3. Like,
I know. I have friends who love Captain America that like the movie, like, but you know what? It wasn't a Captain America film. Like, I know.
It wasn't. I actually read an interesting fact that Captain America, I'm sorry, Robert Downey Jr. was not supposed to play a big role in it. Mm-hmm. And he made people mad about, like, wanting to be in it. And they wrote him out of the script completely. Mm-hmm. And then they decided to rewrite him back in and change the entire storyline and bring him in. Because if it wasn't him in there, it wouldn't have made
you need that tension between your big two.
Right. And it carries over into Infinity War.
Which it should. It should. And they're such complementary yet contrasting characters.
Right. And it makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm. It does.
So that's sort of what I geeked over. Every time a new Marvel movie comes out, I geek over Marvel. I read more about it. We learn more about it. We had massive conversations at work about what happens after the snap and how the quantum realm can help. So,
oh yeah, definitely.
And
I think
I think City's totally right. Heroes that don't completely agree. That's that's part of what makes the best movies.
And also, I think Marvel, even in the comics, has always done that well. Always done that well. And I don't think you get that as much from DC. Then again, I'm a Marvel fangirl, so I will fully admit to it.
I like DC, Joker and
right.
Suicide Squad, but I do agree.
Yeah.
I do agree. So, Kid Geekery, what is going on there?
So something else that happened a few weeks ago is we saw Incredibles 2. I know we talked about it in the last show. Loved it. But Ryan's been geeking out over Incredibles again. She's watched the first movie a few times the last few weeks, and she's geeking over like stuff we see in the first one, how it relates to the second one. She's getting into all these fan theories and all this stuff.
That's so cute. That's so cute. Yeah, that was fun. That's a good movie. The first one's solid.
Yeah. I love it. So yeah, that's been going on in our house. There's a lot of Incredibles and Breath of the Wild right now. She's playing that hardcore right now. Yeah.
I need to get more into that. I really do.
If you need any help, bug my kid.
I will be like, listen to me, little girl.
Yes.
Tell me how to play this part.
Yes.
City says you must cosplay as Edna.
Oh, I have. Well, I did. I haven't cosplayed as Edna. I've done a Halloween. I've done a inspired costume. But yeah, no, definitely Edna's happening. I'm looking at doing the red and black kimono.
Oh, that was fantastic.
From the last movie, probably for con one of the days. And then I do have planned the next time I go to Disneyland, I am going to do a retro Edna Mode Disney bounding.
That's awesome. No capes, City has said.
No capes. So basically, I'm just going to wear all black and, be Edna Mode at Disneyland.
Because that's all you have to do.
Yeah.
Because you're wonderful, darling.
Thank you, darling. So what about your munchkins?
The Incredibles, did I say the Incredibles video game last time? I probably did.
Logan, I think so, yeah.
Logan beat it. I mean.
Oh, nice.
He's playing it again. And, he's sick with strep in July.
Oh, my God.
So, that's fun. And then he was at my aunt's house, which he always goes to. And they have a dog named Georgie. And if you know anything about Stephen King, you know who Georgie is. So my aunt always names her pets after Stephen King characters. I help pick. It's so much fun. So he was outside with Georgie, and Georgie was on a tie-out, one of the ones wrapped in plastic. My aunt threw a toy. He got wrapped around Logan's legs. Now Logan has like plastic wire burn on his legs, so around his ankles. So it looks like he was just like strung up, is what it looks like, by his ankles. Yeah. So it's just, he's a mess.
Adi, don't torture the little ones.
I do not.
Do not torture the little ones.
I swear. But it sucks because, like, he doesn't want to swim because it hurts.
Right.
He was in the bathtub tonight, and I walked away for, like, 2 seconds to go in the living room after I was doing. And Remy yells, and I'm like, oh, no. Like, so I run in there, and she's holding his legs above the water. She's like, his feet are burning him. And I was like...
Oh, my God. Poor boo. What a good big sister, though. Oh, my God.
Yeah. She's like, I've been holding them for a little while. I'm like, why didn't you just say something? I just left. She's like, I didn't want to bother you. And it was not that big of a deal. I'm like, you're holding his little legs above the water. It is a big deal. And they filled the bathtub like
right.
Way too high. Way too high. Yeah. So it's been the week of the sick.
God.
And all Remy does now is read. I'm not complaining.
Good. Yeah.
But pretty
much.
Mother,
I wonder where that comes from genetically.
I wonder. That I spent all weekend sitting there reading Cabin at the End of the World, and she sat beside me reading her book, so it was nice.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was fun. So what kind of article do we have here?
Well, you kind of touched on it for a second about, what you like in DC, so.
Oh, mine is yes. Okay. I can go first.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. So we've talked before about how there's going to be multiple Joker movies.
Mm-hmm. There's like 6.
There's 6. I read that article. A lot of them have been canceled.
Right.
There's like one Joker movie. Then there's like a Joker movie with Jared Leto. And there's Suicide Squad 2. And then even they mentioned Birds of Prey. So there's a lot of stuff happening in DC. And I'm a DC fangirl, but I pay attention to Jared Leto and Joker and stuff like that.
Right.
So at first, Scorsese was going to be doing a Joker movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. And I was super excited about that because I love Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, who really doesn't?
But I know they're working on the movie about H.H. Holmes, so I'm figuring that probably replaced it.
Yeah. But who doesn't love DiCaprio? I mean,
right. He's an amazing actor.
I mean, he was like the boy crush of my age, right? You know, ever since I mean, anything he was in, oh my God, Titanic.
My goddaughter saw Titanic like 20 times. It's ridiculous.
I know my grandma took me.
I saw it more times than I want to admit in the theater, so, you know.
Yeah, well, he's a gorgeous man. So I'm just saying. But he was supposed to be playing Joker in it. Now they've revealed that it's going to be Joaquin Phoenix. And I don't feel as good about that. Only because I think that Joaquin Phoenix is a little bit overrated.
Right.
And I'm not one to judge actors. I'm either like, I like them, or I think they kind of have a trope and I don't like to follow it. But I just think he's not that great.
Yeah.
And he went like crazy, but it was for a role. And
right.
He did this rap career. I don't know.
And I'm wondering if they kind of maybe chose him because, much like Jared Leto, he is kind of that weird, eccentric actor that takes their parts to the extreme.
And they probably did, but like I guess I don't understand what DC's doing, and I agree with like all of our friends that yes, there's multiple Jokers multiple times. Anybody can be a Joker. That's just how Joker works. He is an entity. He is a thought. Right. He's not a person. However, making so many Joker movies, even Harley Quinn has like 5 things in production. That's too much.
Right. It's super saturation.
It's saturation of the market, and nobody wants to pay attention to that. And you can say there's a bunch of Marvel movies in there, but they're not all the same character. It's not 17 Iron Man movies coming out along with one Black Panther movie. That's not how they're doing it.
Or it's using or when they do like Tony's in a few things or Cap's in a few things, but it's kind of in different ways.
Right. And like how I read the articles and stuff, it seems like they want to do that, but how people are taking it is, oh, well, there's a standalone Joker movie and a standalone Joker movie there, and then he's going to be the lead character in the Harley Quinn Joker romance, which I'm very against for obvious reasons. And I just don't see what they're doing. And DC, come on. You can do better than this.
Get it together.
You did great Batman movies when I was a kid. I love them.
Yeah, good.
I love
them. The last time DC was really. I mean, I enjoyed Wonder Woman. That third act was weak, but in general, I enjoyed it. But yeah, come on, guys.
Yeah, they were good.
They were. The thing is, you got to think about when you have 2 different companies that historically compete, and if they're both good, they're both going to push each other to do better.
Right, and now you just have DC floundering,
which is upsetting. Even though I love my Marvel, I want DC to do well.
Yeah.
Because then we're going to get different stuff.
Right. And the only thing they do well, and I'm going to say it because it's very popular, is like the Teen Titans sort of cartoony things. They do them well.
Well, just their animation. Their animation is great. Yeah. The WB stuff is... Yes. It's a tight integrated universe. It might not be something I particularly enjoy, but it's a tight integrated universe.
Right.
But DC in general is all over the place. They have Gotham over here, and they have this over here, and they have the WB stuff, and they had Supergirl on CBS originally, but now it's over with WB, and it's like they just need to
rein it in.
They need to tighten it in.
They need to rein it in, and sell your rights to Hulu or something. Do what Netflix did, right?
Well, they are. They're going to do something.
Oh, they are doing a DC.
Thing. They're doing a DC. Yes, so very much like Star Wars is doing.
See,
Star Wars, like Marvel's doing with like Star Wars and stuff.
They did. Marvel did it right. They gave it to Netflix, and then Netflix bashed them out of the park there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
DC wants to do its own thing. They're doing the same exact thing over and over again. They're doing the whole, well, everybody likes this, so let's make 30 versions of Batman and 17 versions of Harley Quinn, and let's see what happens. And it's not going to work.
Right, because we know, even like looking at what just happened with Homecoming, we know the origin stories. People, we don't need to hear them 10 times. That's why Homecoming works so well,
right?
Because there wasn't an origin story. You started in the story.
Speaking of Teen Titans, welcome Death Saul to the following. Yeah, well, it plays Teen Titans music because I love them. And they have a movie coming out to theaters.
I know,
which we're gonna go see because, and it's funny because they mock themselves. DC, the Teen Titans, they mock the DC universe, and I like that. It's sort of like kind of the poke and the bear situation they got going on there.
Yeah,
and they could play up on it. They did a little bit with Aquaman and Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
But
have fun with if they're not going to go super serious, have fun with it.
They shouldn't do both.
Yeah,
they pick a way to go.
Pick one or the other.
Right. So that's my DC rant. But I'm getting irritated. Joaquin Phoenix. Whatever. We'll see what he does.
Yeah.
We'll see what he does. So what's your wonderful news story?
So this is one that actually resulted in my daughter clapping her hands, jumping up and down, saying, "Yay, my boy's coming back." And I think it makes sense. Billy D. Williams, who plays Lando Calrissian, is going to be returning to that role for episode 9.
Oh, wait. I don't know if I know who that is. Who's that? Teehee.
Boy.
Teehee.
You're awful.
I know. I am.
So, Lando, he was actually Donald Glover played him in the film Solo. Yeah. He's the swindler. He's the smooth talker. He's the gambler. Ryan loves this character. He's been in Rebels, and she gets a kick out of him. So, I'm very happy.
I was joking, City.
Oh yeah, it is really neat, and I understand. I think also why, because of the way Han died in 7.
Mm-hmm.
Han was killed in 7. Luke's fate in 8. Well, they intended, of course, for 9 to be heavily focused when it comes to the older generation on Leia, but Carrie Fisher passed away.
Right.
So I'm thinking it's a bit of that kind of filling in that place.
Right.
So pretty excited about that. He's a fun character. I'm interested in seeing how he progresses as an older, and I actually would kind of like to see one of the heroes maybe not have such a dark future.
Dark futures are what makes anti-heroes. So.
Oh, I know, but things don't necessarily work out so well for all of them.
No. And I guess you can't kill off everybody. I'm all about killing people off. I really am. I'm all about it. I'm fine with it for anything except for Iron Man. If you kill him off, we have a problem.
Honey.
Shush.
I know. We're going to have to have therapy together, but it's
yes.
happening.
Yes, but you shouldn't have to kill everybody off to make a point.
Right. Oh, yeah, definitely.
So,
only half.
Only half.
Only half.
Only half. Just saying. So those are our wonderful news articles for tonight.
Yes.
As the temperature climbs in my attic.
You poor thing. Oh, my God.
I'm looking at 91. 91 degrees. F you, Pennsylvania.
It's a bad when the Pennsylvania girl is over there burning up and the woman in Arizona is
stupid air conditioner. We tried to fix it multiple times. It won't fix. So today we're talking a little bit about, because we've talked forever tonight about everything else. Well, no, it's fine. Because it's going to be fast. Summer traditions.
Yee-hee.
My tradition is to not get burned.
Yes, and you're failing miserably.
I look fine.
You do. But
lots of sunscreen, SPF 100.
Those pictures you sent me this weekend, I'm like, I was about to friggin' send you a parasol and a hat.
I got burned on my leg, in the weirdest, on my knee.
Yeah.
It was strange. So tell me, what do you do for summer? How do you celebrate summer?
Well, I stay away from the sun because I live in Phoenix and it's 110 degrees out.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Permanent.
One of my favorite things to do during the summer is actually to get the F out of Phoenix.
I'm sure.
My best friend, her brother owns a houseboat in Kings Harbor, which is directly between Hermosa and Redondo. So she now sometimes, do like a long girls weekend
Oh,
and
nice.
slip out there the South Bay of LA and just, live on a boat for a few days and it's cold and roam the beach and eat all these really funky, cool little places.
That's
And
awesome. That's
yeah,
fun.
yeah. And and we don't really, when we do that, we don't like plan to go to Disney or anything like that or do any touristy stuff. We did last time. We went down to Burbank and did like the Walk of Fame and did like the vintage area. But we just kind of beach bum and enjoy the atmosphere for a few days.
Right.
Where it's like, 40 degrees cooler.
That's insane to me. And it's still warm.
No, it's not. It's cold.
Oh, no, dear.
I have thin blood.
80 degrees is still warm.
No, it's not. It's like 70. It's like
That's still warm.
No, it's not. That's fall. Hell, that's some winter days in here.
I can't wait till you come out here in November.
I'm going to be having a blast because I'm going to be with some of my favorite people. However, you're going to have to.
Our fall is 30 to 50. You get a random 60er in there, and sometimes you get a 10.
I'm from Phoenix, and I own 2 wool coats that I wear.
You please better bring both of them and wear them at the same time.
I'll bring the mustard colored one.
Yeah, see, Steve's right. 70 is still shorts and t-shirt weather. I 1,000% agree.
That's leggings and a cute sweater and cute boots.
Just saying, you're gonna freeze to death. I'll bring a heated blanket. I have multiple. You can borrow.
It's gonna be ridiculous. That's okay. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
So that's one of my favorite summer traditions because you know what I hate? I hate camping.
You do hate
and that's
camping.
as close as camping as I'll get.
You do hate camping. See, we do camping, but we do it in the spring, and we only do it in a cabin, right? So
yeah, that's not camping. That's kind of like being on the house.
That's going outside. It involves being outside. Outside is camping.
So your cabin camping is my houseboat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We always end up doing like the amusement parks in the summer because we don't have year-round good weather.
Mm-hmm.
And things don't usually open till, I don't even know, like May around here. So our summer is like going to fun amusement parks and the zoo. I mean, the zoo's open all year round, but we don't go to that thing in the winter. That's crazy.
Right.
I'm just saying, like that's dumb. Who walks around in the cold? So we have to do that kind of stuff. Like, so, summers around here, if you want to go away and do stuff, it's going to be packed.
Right.
Packed because everybody's doing it. Because you only have a few short months to even do anything.
Right.
And everything else is, you hope, like you can't even go to like a public pool or you'll never be able to get into it because of how busy it is here.
And I think we don't have that problem here, but then again, we have a lot more public pools, I think. At least when I was growing up, we had a ton of public pools.
Probably. We only go to my mom's because I don't want to deal with people.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
But that's what it is all summer here. It's like, it's us trying to find weekends to go to amusement parks.
Mm-hmm.
And, zoos and things like that, which is fun. But
if you want to come visit, we have a water park, a beautiful water park, like a few blocks away.
Excuse me, City, did she just say like 10 minutes ago there's 110 degrees there? And she asked if I want to come visit in the summer.
But there's a water park, and I'm a really good cook.
I don't like water. Remember?
Then we can send the kids and Drew to the water park. Ryan will go too, and you and I will hang out and read and make food.
Okay, I'm fine with that suggestion.
Lemon blueberry cake.
Oh, see,
that I made last night.
My birthday's coming up. I demand lemon blueberry cake.
Okay.
Nobody has listened to my demands. I've been putting them out there. At work, I've said it like 17 times, and nobody's said anything.
Okay. Do you have a baker on the team?
No, but there's a store.
Well, you don't need no store.
I'm fine with store-bought.
No, that's all. No. Let me arrange something.
Arrange it. There are 3 people on my team. One of them doesn't live near here, so don't tell them.
Well, you know that the other one, though, is kind of one of both of our best friends. Let me see what I can do.
You try that. I'm just saying. I said a multiple lemon blueberry cake.
Oh my God! Yeah,
for my birthday.
I'm on this.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'll see what I can do.
That's one of our big summer traditions. Is that,
Yeah.
and then also like 4th of July, we do all the summer parties. So, you know, we do Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day. I mean, Labor Day is not summer, but it kind of is for us here still.
Yeah.
So we do all that, and it always involves pool, illegal fireworks, and food. Because fireworks
those things.
just became legal
Yeah.
this year here.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to buy the big ones. So beforehand, we did our to Ohio.
I just realized said butthead's going to be is not going to be at work on your. Damn it!
Can you believe he would miss my birthday?
How dare he?
How dare he? How dare Remy/Adi/Matt miss my birthday?
Yeah.
I am his boss.
You're the greatest good.
I am the greatest good. Just say it. Chrissy is fantastic. You could talk to her.
Well, yeah. See what I can still work on it.
Just saying, he's a butthead.
Yeah. He is butthead.
But yeah, so we do all the summer parties where it's, and then of course, just like buttheads going, we do vacationing every summer.
Right.
And I think that's such a common thing for people, but like in
America, we don't take advantage of it enough.
We don't take advantage of it enough, and we always vacation during the summer because we don't want our kids to miss school.
Right.
Which in the end, missing a week of school does not do anything
It
to
depends
anybody.
on the grade level. It depends on the grade. Because your kids, you're fine. Like, we can't do that with Rye.
See, I remember doing it when I was even in high school, when I was doing AP stuff. Oh, yeah. You just got to, like, have the teachers that are going to do it right.
Yeah.
And you're going to know them, you know?
Yeah. Granted, we did took a week off of school to go to Disney with us, but, you know.
And it was worth it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You got to have the good, you know, but that's what we do here, is we all vacation in the middle of summer, and we go to the beach, and we sweat and die on the beach.
Yeah.
And I burn.
You burn because you are, I guess I can't talk much, but you're really pale.
I look not pale because of my red thingy right there.
Yeah.
Al says I graduated when I was 12. Doogie, I was not 12 when I graduated. I was older than that. Thank you very much. And
You're
Doogie,
young, but not that young.
And Doogie was a doctor by the time he was 12.
Yes.
Just say it. I watched that. So it's like, I mean, we're going to pull Remy out a couple times to do some stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of the time, that's what you do during the summer. Like, that's like traditional stuff.
Yeah.
Doing the vacation and the...
We were always too poor when I was a kid to do a lot of that stuff. So now, you know.
It's fun to do it now.
It is.
You know. And I know like a lot of people, and we don't do this, but both my kids' birthdays are in January.
Yeah.
And we have bad winters here. You won't know what that's like. But we have snow here. Do you know what that is? Have you seen?
I visited it a few times. Yeah, it's not really something I enjoy.
It's white, cold.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, we have that. So a lot of people around here do that, like do the birthday parties from the winter into the summer.
Yeah, it's like a 6-month party.
Yeah.
A 6-month birthday. Yep.
Yeah. But I never had that problem because I'm dead summer.
You are. See, me too. Usually, like, we'd have a monsoon for my birthday.
It's like the best birthday gift.
Except when you had an outdoor party planned.
See, I don't do
because
birthday parties.
my grandparents had a swimming pool, so sometimes we do a pool there.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So he says best version of vacation is stay at home and play video games. It is.
Or that's a Saturday. One of the two.
It's every Saturday. Every single Saturday.
Hey, guess what I'm getting for my birthday?
What?
Battle of Azeroth, which I'm not currently playing WoW, so I'm going to have to find somebody to take me out for my birthday because my husband's going to be busy.
We pre-ordered it.
Yeah, Cam did too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, we did. We definitely did. And it looks awesome.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
It does.
He'll take you out for your birthday.
I was giving my buddy Mills a bad time because I always do like game dinner for all of our players.
Right.
You know, at the game closest to their birthday. Well, D&D should be back up and running by then on Monday nights, and I'm like, so it should be my game birthday dinner, but we won't be playing that week.
Well, of course, right?
Right.
Too many kill steals in WoW City? Like PvP? Or like just running around and randomly questing?
Nah, both.
Both.
Yeah, I would say kill stealing, you know, more like the vanilla.
They fixed a lot of that, though.
They did. It's a lot harder for someone to yank your kill.
Yeah. No, and yes, Al, the beach is nice for vacationing, and the Gulf. Yeah, well, that's where we go. We go to Naples, so like we're on the Gulf, and that's really nice.
Yeah.
You know. And yeah, just questing. They fixed a lot of it now. They do some share killed stuff, especially for the big quests.
Yeah, and also the resource management when it comes to like if you're trying to pick herbs or mine is much better.
It happened a month ago. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, City?
It's crazy.
You cray. You cray. No, I mean, it happens. I mean, that's what you get whenever you play that kind of stuff. Al steals me all the time in the forest. He runs up and
because Al's a butthead.
Butthead. But no, like the beach vacations, that's what I mean. Yeah. We have water near us, but it's not like warm water. It's cold water. Yeah. It's awful. So we gotta go down to Florida where the warm weather is.
Right.
The warm
Except
water.
for the guys that like to fish, and they're fine with the cold water and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's way more fun to
fish.
Like
all day on Saturday.
They do. When they get burned, they come home looking like tomatoes. Well, Drew does. Al's Italian.
A little Irish guy.
Yeah. Al's Italian. So anything else you do summer traditional wise?
So one of my friends, Colin, he lives currently in Houston, but he normally plans on coming home for like a long weekend during the summer, around 4th of July. So we usually we have a big shindig for him here. Because we normally have plans on the 4th, so I'll be like, okay, you're coming home? Yeah, let's have a party.
Right.
So that was on the 3rd this year, and we had, a huge spread. My buddy Dave, who we can always trust to bring the best alcohol because he works for a distributor.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, like a small local distributor. So he has access to all the really good, like local beers, all the really great wineries. He brought me whiskey, so I love him, And then we have, I think we had like 20, 25 people over. Oh, hi, babies. Aw. Hi, love you. Hi. How are you feeling?
Heather asked how you're feeling.
A little bad.
Oh, yeah. That's not fun being sick.
I do feel a little bad.
Yeah. Gonna get lots of sleep. That'll help.
Uncle Al says Rem and Logan. He's listening. You can say hi.
Hi, Uncle Al. Go.
No, you don't need medicine. You can have Motrin. Go tell Daddy.
Motrin is white medicine?
No, you already took your medicine.
I don't like it.
Okay.
Oh, it's okay, baby.
You already took your white medicine.
I don't like it.
The antibiotic?
Yeah.
Oh, poor boy.
Oh. Love you. Night. Oh, he's having a meltdown.
Oh, poor baby boy.
Yeah, you can't take antibiotic more than twice a day.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
It hurts you. I know. Well, take your Tylenol. You can't take more white medicine. You can take Tylenol and Motrin. You hear this? You can keep. No. You keep going. We're gonna have a moment over here.
No, it's fine. That's how we're the mothers of geeks. So sometimes a geek kid will sit in for a second. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna mute. You keep talking.
Okay. So we have a party for friends that come into town, and we get a lot of the old time crew, the college crew, people that we only see like once or twice a year anyway, and so that's a lot of fun. That's one of our summer traditions the last few years. Also, summer tradition is getting sick as a kid.
That is my summer tradition right now, is being sick.
So, I did too.
He really wants his antibiotic, and I'm really like, no, you
can't. It just hope. Is he thinking that the more he takes, the faster this will get through him, or?
Yeah, he thinks it hurts. It makes him feel better.
Oh, baby.
No white medicine. Right? Please. He's just rubbing my face now. It's like, please.
Oh.
I just told Daddy what you can have, okay?
What?
I just told Daddy what you can have. Daddy knows. Go downstairs.
What is that?
Ask him. I told him.
What did you say?
I'm sorry.
What did you say?
Okay.
This is why we're mothers.
This is, yeah, exactly. It's part of our charm is the
What
Munchkins
did you say?
Motrin.
breaking into the show to.
Breaking the show to say they do not want their Motrin.
Right.
They want antibiotic
Antibiotics.
now.
So it kind of messes up their system because that stuff can be harsh on you.
I'm gonna kiss you.
You want to hug and kiss me? Okay.
Because I don't want you to.
Love you.
I don't,
Daddy has your medicine here.
I don't like it.
He's very
Oh.
upset. Thank you, Sue. Last hug and kiss.
Oh, poor boy.
Good night. I'll be down in a minute, okay? That's what happens. Like, he gets sick and he's just that
Yeah,
all the time.
poor baby.
Yeah. Today I got him, I ordered him a Wolverine Logan dog tag. So on one side it says Wolverine, one side says Logan.
Yeah.
And he loves it.
Very
That's
nice.
what he's wearing it and just got stuck on me there because it's sweaty up here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So any other traditions on your end?
No, that's about all we do.
Yeah.
You know?
My other one, which we did not do this year because somebody didn't do it, Nertacular.
That's, yeah.
So when that happens again, you guys need to figure out how to
Oh, yeah.
get your butt to Salt Lake because it's such a good time. It's our geek family reunion.
Right.
For those that don't know, Nertacular is a tiny little con that kind of revolves around Scott Johnson and the Frog Pants Network.
Right.
And it's 2 days of just really cool panels. I vend. So I don't really get to see a lot of that, except when they keep the door open, which is great because I'm literally right outside the big room.
Right.
But it's also just like, it's relaxing and it's fun. And there's like a game room with every single game imaginable. And you have people doing D&D games. And like we always take a trip because it's in the mountains and
Right.
it's gorgeous. But we always take like a trip down to the valley, and there's a place called Sushi Groove that we go to annually. And so it's that's the other, like, because we don't do like a family reunion type of thing. That's our nerd family reunion.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And yeah, City Gen Con, when it was in Milwaukee, was your old summer tradition.
Yeah.
I want to go to Gen Con someday.
Me too. Me too.
It'll be fun. But not this year, unfortunately.
We have so many other cons coming up, though. So jealous.
I do have lots of conning coming up.
No. And it's a whole different experience.
I know. So, let's see here. We have a question of the week.
Mm-hmm. If you can't think of one, I have one.
Oh, if you have one, go ahead.
What was your favorite ice cream treat during the summer as a kid?
Push-ups.
Push-ups.
Flintstones
Nice.
push-ups. I will never, ever pick something else. Oh, my God. I want them right now.
Good humor strawberry shortcake bars.
Oh, those are good, too.
Really good.
Did you guys have push-ups? You did?
We did, yeah. They're like sherbet,
Yes. and you-
like sherbet on a stick.
yes. And
yeah.
you pushed it up through that little gross cardboard that would get soggy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Delicious.
Yeah. Thrifty ice cream is another really good one, and we
Yeah.
have one of those here now,
That's a great question.
down the street. Yeah. I mean, yeah, summer. It's ice cream and
Mm,
bad for you food.
I do
and-
love ice cream. I do love ice cream.
You have Cam make them again.
He makes ice cream. We have an ice cream maker.
Yeah. He has a good coffee and he has a good chai tea one.
Oh, we should send those over.
Or just visit.
That's also true.
Also true.
But involves plane tickets.
I know. That's why I'm getting a plane ticket to Pennsylvania for my birthday this year.
See, it's going to be awesome.
I just got there. It's gonna be in trouble.
So, this weekend, D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, maybe a show. Depends. I am in New York till
Yeah.
Wednesday, and then I leave on Thursday for Great Wolf Lodge. So there'll be
So
see.
so let's do tentative.
tentative.
We'll right.
Wednesday.
If we don't, you know what? And if we don't, we don't.
Yeah. So we'll see how I feel after my flight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we'll be doing, next weekend will be no games streamed live.
Right.
And the week after that, we'll be returning to normal.
Right. Well, we will return to normal stream wise. However, that Saturday will be a D&D stream.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the week after that, we're going to be gaming on Saturday when we normally be gaming on Friday.
Because I'll be at an
which will-
Avenged Sevenfold concert.
Yes, which will be either it'll be some game. I'm going to let you You guys just tell us who to be.
Yeah, that's what we do. We tell you who to be.
You need to decide if I'm, no nonsense, and or if I'm caring and compassionate, or if I'm bubbly and make bad decisions.
Hey, all choices are appropriate.
All choices are appropriate.
Well, guys, we love you. Thanks for
Guys,
watching.
thanks for joining. And dealing with the mothering part of the Mothers of Geeks.
I knew it might happen. I was up till 10 o'clock with him last night with him fussing. So
I love it. I love it. I adore the crap out of your kids.
Well, thanks. I love how he talks like this.
I know, it's so cute.
I'm feeling okay. I still hurt.
Okay, poor baby. Oh my gosh.
I know. Finally, you're allowed to use chloroseptic on anybody older than 3 years old. So I was like, I was like, open your mouth. Give me, spray that.
I lived on that stuff as a kid. I was always having tonsil issues.
Yeah. And he does hold on to the mic. He could be a little singer. Probably not. Unless you want to make mommy money. It's okay. Good night, guys. We love you. And maybe see you next week. Bye.